Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to stream 7 of the Storytellers Hearth Weekend Relay. How is everybody doing today? How is the weekend going? Are we all being nice and productive?
Yes, I've been productive writing and in the house. We did cookies. We make
Ooh,
cookies.
cookies.
Ooh,
Oh,
chocolate.
they look
What type of
lovely.
cookies?
Yes. So we have cookies for the street. So
What type of cookies are they?
chocolate cookies with sugar, flour. I don't know how it's called in it.
Something to make them all nice and creamy.
Yeah. So yeah, we need calories
Fantastic.
to keep writing. We need sugar.
Yes, we do. Calories, exercise, unfortunately, for that part. Lots of snacks and lots of water/tea. More tea than water on
Yeah.
my side, but it's basically the same thing, so it's fine. Powdered sugar, probably powdered sugar. Right, I am going to pass over to my wonderful hosts so they can all introduce themselves. Do we want to start this side with Andrea?
Of course, the one who was distracted.
Of course,
Of
that's the way
course.
it works.
I am Andrea. I'm writing something. I don't know, but I have to say that I've make a lot of progress this weekend, and I'm tired, and I have a cookie. That's what I can tell you.
The cookie's the important part. JK, do you want to go next?
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is J.K. Lambo. I write and self-publish books centered around Black characters falling in love or baking together. I have my debut novel, Culinary Confessions, and I'm currently working on thank you. I'm working on the follow-up to that novel, which is titled Project Sugar and Spice, which is a pastry chef rivals to lovers novel. And it's very nice to meet you all.
Oh, I love the sound of that.
Thank
Annika?
you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Annika. I write YA contemporary and I sometimes make YouTube videos. I actually published a uploaded a new YouTube video right before this stream. So go watch it, please.
Yes. Go check it out.
And yeah, today I'm gonna be writing, hopefully, or translating my own work.
You've been translating quite a lot today, haven't you?
Yeah, I did some translating and a little bit less writing.
Getting some stuff done. And I am Sarah Cahill. I am your host. ADHD is my superpower and procrastination is my default setting. I sometimes post videos of my writing journey, writing basically nothing but YA fantasy, but we all have our favorites. Let's take a look at who is here in the chat. We have Catpaw Rosaless. Hello.
Hi.
Cool Gamer. Some Deep Mystery. Nia is here. Hello.
Hi, Nia.
How are
Good to see
doing?
you.
So, does anybody have any plans or what they're going to focus on for the next few hours of this stream or for the rest of the evening?
Other than eating the cookie, I think that I'm going to keep trying to finish this outline. Hopefully this weekend. I don't know. I'm not that sure, but yes. That is
Have you been struggling with the outline?
Oh, I mean, I've been struggling like a year with the book in general. I was started working, and I found that stuff, things that didn't make sense. So today I'm telling myself the story. Like, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened, and then I can fix where is everything. But yes, I have found a few things, backstories that I didn't have clear, and now they're more make sense. Make more sense.
Yeah. That's good. Love it when something starts making sense.
During these
Annika.
3 hours that I'll be spending here with you, I'm hoping to translate like maybe 2,000 to 3,000 more words and write maybe 300-ish words so that I can hit my minimum goals for today, because the day changes right after this stream for me in my time zone.
Yes, because you're an hour ahead of me, aren't you? A couple of hours
Yeah,
ahead
and
of
the
me?
clocks are changing next night, so I'll be 2 hours ahead of you tomorrow.
Yes, I need to keep that in mind actually, that the clocks go forward, which puts me 5 hours ahead of the US as opposed to the 4 at the moment, because I don't want to be late for my stream tomorrow. We're not doing that again.
I made
Okay.
this thing so that I know what time because here's my times and here's when the streams are going.
Yes. Time zones are the worst, working out what time everything is. JK, have you got any plans for what you're working on this stream or for the rest of the day?
Yes, I'm hopefully going to be working on chapter 25 of 30 for Project Sugar and Spice, and then probably a short story as well.
Yes. Are you getting to the good part in Project Sugar and Spice, or is it more of a difficult chapter, fun chapter?
It's mainly a fun chapter. It's just like trying to decide how that one, revise how it will end.
Yeah. But it is, have you got it all outlined?
Yes.
You have. Good. See, the ease some outliners have. Absolutely love it. Cat Paws is continue to making the words go. Yes. Feeding the cat.
Oh, what kind of cup do you have?
Yes. Cat. Tell us everything about the cat.
Yes.
That has now become the most important part of this stream. Changing clocks back and forth at different dates is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I hate it. It's always during the Storytellers Hearth weekend relay. It's always between the Saturday and the Sunday. So in March, the US has theirs first, and the UK has theirs during the write-a-thon. And then in October, we go first, and then the US has their dates change again, typically when we have the write-a-thon. So it's a great way to keep us all on their toes.
And I'm going to change the hour next week. So, but I don't know.
Another week.
Yes, it's like
You're different as well.
I don't know at what point any other countries change their clocks, but we changed in Finland next night, and we changed between Saturday and Sunday during the October weekend relay also.
Yeah, I think we have the same. Obviously, Andrea, you've got yours next week. I didn't know there was a third time that the time zones changed, but you learn something new every single day.
But last time when the time changed, it gave me 1 extra hour of sleep during the weekend relay, so it was nice.
Yeah, it's taken it away this time.
This time it's taking 1 hour away from me. It's not that nice.
Not looking forward to that. It's got a fluffy Torby called Tabitha. Oh, frequently featured on my Instagram. I don't get out of the house very often.
Oh, I need to follow your Instagram then.
Yes.
You sound so cute.
For the cat.
I bet she's definitely spoiled like my cat. I have a tabby cat named Tovin.
Oh.
And she is very spoiled. I know.
The closest thing I have to a cat is this little trio of images that my daughter drew and cut out and presented to me.
Aww.
So they're my cats. And then I also have 4 children. So
you have a lot on your hands, so to other cats.
They can be cat-like.
I have to send you guys pictures of Tobin.
Yes. Send all the pictures so I can live vicariously through all the cat mums.
Yes.
because I don't have one of my own. We'll need to see. Right, let us, because I am trying to time the sprints to bedtimes, which are coming up soon.
Good
So
strategy.
we are going to get into our first sprint. I've not streamed in ages. Let me. Yes, I know what I'm doing. So we are going to do 3 sprints, 2 30-minute sprints and a 45-minute sprint. And the 45-minute is going to be sandwiched in the middle. And I'm introducing a Sam and a cat.
Oh, hi, Sam. Oh, Sam's
And a
cat.
cat tail.
Oh.
We were just talking about cats, Sam. That's why we were so excited to see yours.
Oh, yes. Well, Artemis is here as per usual. Sometimes I will, in fact,
Hello,
even focus
Artemis.
the camera on her. Sorry, I'm late, everybody. We took the dogs out for a walk, and where we are here, it's all of the wild spring onions have grown. So I was teaching my children about those, and then I showed them how to dig them up, and my daughter decided she needed to dig up some spring onions. So we dug up a patch, and of course replaced the dirt, because otherwise that becomes a lawn mowing awful hell. And then I was showing her how to wash them, cut the roots off, separate the bulb from the scallion part. So we will have fresh scallions and onions about this big for like ramen, or honestly, I'm gonna try some in on my country bowl. So
Yes,
but
I love the sound of that.
they love when I impart with them some of my extremely country things that I did growing up, since my children are mostly suburbanites, not super country. Hi. Yeah, so I used to like literally just pick the leaf from the yard and chew on them. Until my mother was like, if you're gonna do that, at least wash it first. And I was like, fair.
Washing it's just extra effort, though. That's another step.
I just use the hose. Like,
right,
really
Sam, we
got me because she was like, you don't know if a dog peed on it. And I was like, I will wash it.
Okay.
That will make you wash it, absolutely.
But in my front yard should be fine. Everybody around here are like responsible dog owners and stuff. Would not eat anything from my backyard, but my front yard.
Front yard is fine. Backyard is off limits. Child.
We can go into a sprint though if everyone's ready for one.
Yes. So yeah, we'll go into the first sprint, and I will, because I do like questions, which I will put up the question to answer after the sprint on the stream. I had to try and really think of different questions I've never asked before.
You know,
Hopefully.
that was one thing I forgot to do with my streams. Normally I have writing questions for the sprints, and I completely forgot that was a thing.
I completely forgot until I came in, and I was just like, oh, right, yeah, wait a second. Let me do that. Right, so if we are ready, we're going to go into our first sprint, and I'll turn my camera off for you so you don't have to crawl along the floor. We are ready in 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Happy writing, everyone. Also, Sam, make sure Artemis gets all the treats.
Okie dokie, that is the end of the first sprint. How did everybody do?
I went to the kitchen to, well, I wanted to assist my daughter, but she rejected me thoroughly. So instead, I called my son down and I peeled potatoes while he cut them. And he was dismayed that I peel them much faster than he cuts them. So
Oh,
I'd go to grab a potato to peel, and then I'd be like, "Wash me more potatoes." So he'd have to go wash more potatoes. But apparently, I can peel 5 pounds of potatoes in like 10 to 15 minutes. So I was quite pleased by that. So yeah, my daughter's now babysitting the potatoes on the stove while they boil, which will take a while to be turned into mashed potatoes. We do cut them up so that they cook faster, but
Yeah.
So that's what I did because I want country bowls.
Yes, house productivity. What did everybody else get done?
I got distracted because, of course, at 4 when we start the stream, it's 4 for me. My kids, my eldest, come home, so he was talking to me about a lot of things, and he doesn't feel good. So it was like seeing if he have a fever, if he have something on the, because we had a health scare 2 years ago. So now I'm like stressed. Like that's sort of. But I wrote like 100 words, and I eat half cookie, and I have to say are really good. So productive.
So jealous about the cookie.
yeah, you need to send me the recipe.
Sure, I send you the recipe.
The recipe for what?
The
For
cookie,
the cookies.
She made cookies earlier.
Cookies!
chocolate cookies, and
I
when they
do
were
gladly accept any and all cookie recipes.
no, this is not for you. No, when they were warm, taste like brownies. No,
Oh, that's even better.
no.
Love a good brownie.
My partner is out of the city this weekend, so my dog is incredible, wanting hugs and be like he's anxious because I think he's not here. Maybe, I don't know. It's regalón. I don't know how to say that.
Oh,
JK
your
and
dog sounds
Annika
so cute. Oh, sorry.
is need to see more. No, you can continue, JK.
I was gonna say your dog sounds so cute.
Oh, it's, oh okay. Good.
Oh, so cute.
He's a
What's his
huge
name?
no. He's
Cookies!
Bill. His paws
Hi.
are white. So my partner and my kids decided he was like Bill Bullet, character from Mario. There is a bullet with white gloves. So yeah, he's Bill Bullet. Okay, no, Jesus.
I think now it's my turn. I'm bad at realizing when it's my turn to talk. But I listened to an audiobook. I finished it. It was a book about the Norse mythology,
Ooh.
and then I wrote like a little over 100 words, I think. I haven't counted them yet.
But we did writing and we did refilling the creative well, which is just as important.
Yeah.
What did you get done, JK?
I think the only thing I was able to get done is unbox a package from my house and then feed my cat Tobin and also give her pets as well.
Also super, super important.
Yes.
Need to pet the cats.
Yes.
Or the pets, I should say, because we've got a doggy on screen as well.
Yes. And usually when she wants pets, she like flops on her cat tree, so I eagerly give her pets and then she purrs in response. I know, it's so cute.
And my children just complain.
Oh, my cat also complains as well.
Okay. Bear with me, I have a hurt child. While I sort this out, guys, what is your favourite book to media adaptation? I know there's a couple of answers in the chat. I'll turn my camera off in a second, okay? I know there's a couple of answers in the chat already.
I should have read the question before I left. I would have had time to think on it while I was peeling potatoes. Yeah, huh?
I am here, I'm just invisible.
You can turn it down a little if you want to. That'll just make it take longer to cook.
Okay.
I haven't really seen many movie adaptations or like book to media adaptations, but one I have seen and one I quite like is the Hunger Games series.
I can touch my eye.
Yes,
The
Hunger
original
Games.
trilogy.
Hmm?
And
I can touch my eye.
especially the
Touch your
first
eye while you
one,
touch it.
book to movie, is quite good.
What are you doing?
On at least on my standards.
I think from the ones that I can think of, Jurassic Park, really anything Steven Spielberg adapted from books, because I think he does a really good job understanding the difference between written media and visual media while still preserving the essence of the written media. And like, you know, I saw the movie Jurassic Park way before I ever read the book, and the book is so dry, but I still think it was adapted well.
See, and I did not know that Jurassic Park was a book first.
Me neither.
What was Jaws, I think?
Really?
I think so.
See,
yeah.
I learned so much. But yeah, I think it's always difficult to translate books to media, and there's some that do it really, really well, and some that do not do it really well at all.
Stephen King it's so disappointing sometimes. Stephen King movies are like, why you let them do this to your book that is amazing, and
Especially if you like the book.
It
got
all
the Dark
depends on what's
Tower.
in the contract. It all depends on what's in the contract and how much
Yeah.
control the author actually has. And yes, Jaws was a book first.
Yeah, I know that if the author has more involvement, I feel like the
I will say,
adaptation is better compared to when they're not.
I personally think the Shadow and Bone series was a really good adaptation on the Shadow and Bones side, not the Six of Crows side.
See, I didn't much like the Shadow and Bone books.
So the potatoes are soft.
The Shadow and Bone half of Shadow and Bone, really good adaptation. I love the crows. I love their characters. The actors embody the characters. But the way the Six of Crows story was adapted to fit in with Shadow and Bone.
Yeah,
While I enjoyed it, I also did not enjoy it because it sort of took away from the books themselves.
Yeah, it took away from the timeline and the later things, but it's also one of those things where Leah Bordego was there and she was involved in a lot of the scripting process and decisions. And while there are some times when an author can't really talk badly about an adaptation, but like in interviews you can tell that their hand was tied or that they're not like happy with something. just listened to some of George R. Martin's opinions on some of the things they did in Game of Thrones, which I'm like, why would you add things to Game of Thrones there? But there's already enough shit in there. Like, why would you add things to make it more toxic? Like,
don't need to.
that seems
As
unwise.
much as I appreciate the crows being in the Shadow and Bone series, I feel like the only reason they're there is because they're more popular than the Shadow and Bone series, and they needed to be there for people to watch that show.
Yeah, I know fans were super disappointed because I read and watched it like way after it left the mainstream, but I remember the discourse when it first came out. And I know a lot of fans were upset because since the Six of Crows were added into Shadow and Bones, that basically eliminated any chance of an actual Six of Crows spinoff.
Yeah. Especially because they put stuff from the second book of Six of Crows into Shadow and Bone series as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the adaptation of Brandon Sanderson's book. After many years, like negotiation with a few producers and platforms, I think that Apple finally they have like a contract, and he's working now on the screenplay for his book, and it is going to be hard to portray, I think, this book because of the detail of the fantasy. Come on, dude, really?
Which book is getting an adaptation?
Wait, the first I can't think with you here.
That was unfair of me to ask you to remember a specific while being distracted.
Yeah.
There is no thoughts, just dog.
No, Mistborn. I think that is the first one that is going to be.
My engineering degree sister had such beef when I was telling her about the Mistborn magic system. I was like, in this middle does this, and she's like, that makes no sense. And I'm like, I can't help you. I just went with it. And she's like, no, you don't understand the properties of these metals. And I'm like, no, I understand the way you explain that. Yeah, that does make sense, but it makes no sense. I'm just saying I was not previously upset by the magic system because, like, I was just talking to her about parts of the book, parts that I did not gel with and stuff, and then I had to explain the magic system to give her context, and then she wanted to rant about the magic system, and I'm like, that's not why I called you. We'll get to that later. But
that's not the point of the question. It's
yeah.
But
I'm sure Brando Sanderson fans will be excited about that.
I've learned to not get too excited, just in case.
Yeah,
I've been disappointed before.
I have none, but I do not wish to speak of Mistborn, for I don't have nice things to say. So
I've never read it.
Huh?
I've never read Mistborn.
No.
People keep telling me
You know
to.
how I know it's not mushy enough? It's actually sticking to the fork. Once it gets mushy enough, you won't even be able to lift it with a fork without it falling apart. Yeah, you can go like chill in my room for 10 minutes and then check on it. It takes like a half hour to 40 minutes for them to boil. All right.
Welcome to Sam's Cooking Corner.
Yeah.
How to boil potatoes.
I made the mistake of bribing my youngest to babysit the potatoes. She is the one with the least amount of patience. So she keeps coming in here. She's like,
that tracks.
She's like, the water's foaming. I'm like, just stir it. It's supposed to do that. She's like, Mom, it's boiling up. Just stir it. It's supposed to, if you don't feel comfortable, turn it down. She's like, how low can I turn? I'm like, the lowest you can go is 4 to have it still be ready to eat by tonight. And she was like, okay. And then in here, she just comes. She's got a little piece of potato like stuck to the fork. She's like, Mom, feel it. Is it soft enough yet? And I'm like, no, because it's sticking to the fork. That's how you do it. Oh, that reminds me, while we were out there, we were talking, because she was chopping up the spring onions originally, she talked about the smell, and then we started talking about teenagers that are smelly, like just teenagers being smelly in general. And we started talking about like why people's armpits in particular are really smelly. And I was like, yeah, it's like, I'm like, it's an attraction thing. It's supposed to release a pheromone that's like, it's a come hither pheromone. And I'm like, that's why like dudes smell really musky and stuff. It's supposed to attract ladies. My oldest son goes, "Oh, does it work?" And my daughter, without missing a beat, says, "The only thing you're attracting is flies."
Oh, I love that.
He was like, "Whoa!" He's like, "I can't even be mad. That was good."
Yeah.
Zero hesitation right in there.
Which I feel I must defend my son. The moment he started being even a little smelly because he was a teenager, he was like, "Mom, I need deodorant." And he's got like 3. He's got one for his backpack, one for his gym locker, and one for his room. And then he's also like, that is the one I never have to worry about whether or not he showered during a school day, because he's like, "I shall not be smelly." Also stays on top of his laundry the best. So
That's awesome. Because a lot of kids don't do that.
yes.
And yes, I have a 15-year-old, and Jesus Christ.
One of my cousins, my aunt would specifically have to be like, "Did you shower?" And he'd be like, "Yeah." And she'd go, "With soap?" And he's like, then he'd have to go, and I'm like,
Yeah. And he also has the ADHD. And I when I was young, I had a lot of issues with showering when I was young. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Like, no, like, why I'm going to waste time in the no. So no, but he's also good at with his hygiene and the deodorant and all the things.
before he could start smelling, like before he smelled smelly enough to smell himself, I was just trying to get him in the habit of taking showers and stuff, right? Because you're supposed to bathe, and they didn't want to. Like you said, they didn't want to just do it. So I was like, if at any point I think you smell bad, I'm Febrezing you. So if you don't want me to Febreze you, go shower.
But speaking of deodorants, I usually do a birthday quiz about myself for my friends at my birthday party. I've done this for like last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And I always ask them, how many deodorants do I own at the specific time? Because like currently I have like 5. So I have one that I'm using at home, one that I'm using at my parents' house, one that travels with me, and maybe 1 or 2 unopened ones.
Yeah, I too am a creature of many deodorants because I smell strong and there must reapply frequently that I have no excuse. I bathe regularly. You better believe it. Some people are just smellier than others. My tears.
I'm not that smelly, but I forget to put deodorant. So I have one on my backpack and another for the gym and one in my bedroom whenever I'm dressing. Yeah, 3 at least.
Yeah, if I don't have a deodorant on my nightstand, then I will forget to put it on in the morning. Because that's the first thing I do so that I don't forget it.
Yeah, I'm the same. Not specifically with deodorant, but if something is not in my vision or in my view, I will forget it exists.
Yeah, if I can't see it, it doesn't exist.
It's not there.
Of course.
That's the
Out of
ADHD
sight, out of
brain.
mind.
Lord of the Rings. Is it bad that I've never seen the Lord of the Rings movies either?
I've seen the
You
movie.
need a lot of time to do it.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
think I have. No, I don't think I have seen them either. So not that bad.
Okay.
There's an
Oh no,
annual meeting.
I've seen all of them, and also the director cut, and we also have the DVD, the Blu-rays. So we like to watch the behind the scenes, and
Yeah, that's my mom
I
has
love
those.
behind.
Yeah,
I
we
love behind.
it's funny because I think I used to watch those movies almost once a year. Just like my mom would be watching them, and I'd, go in and out of the living room and watch them with her. And then after Chris and I got married and stuff, he decided that The Lord of the Rings was his Christmas movies. So he just, over Christmas break, he would watch all three movies. And again, I would be in the room, so I would watch them with him. Well, then
Yeah.
last year, he was like, man, I don't know if I want to watch The Lord of the Rings this year. And I was like, excuse you. I'm like, no, we watch
It's
it
too
every
late
year.
now.
We're
Too
watching
late.
it.
You started
And the
this.
thing
You've got
is,
to finish it.
I'm not even that big a fan of Lord of the Rings. Like, my poor husband has to listen to me bitch about various aspects of the watching, but
It's become a thing now.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
So there's no choice.
Also,
Right.
Aragon is like the paradigm of healthy masculinity, and top tier.
Yes. Yes.
Right. My two ones in the living room who are supposed to be quietly watching Zootopia are getting louder and louder. So we're going to go into our. You're throwing stuff around at my
Have
desk.
they
Don't even
seen
bother.
Zootopia 2?
One of them is going to see Zootopia 2 at the cinema tomorrow, hence why they're watching it, the first one today, because she's not watched the first one yet. So she's supposed to be preparing
Ooh.
to not be confused. But this is the girl who will read any book she wants to, even if it's the fifth in the series, and has no idea what's going on because it sounds more interesting than the first book does.
She is my chaotic opposite, and I love her for this.
Right, we're going to go into the second sprint, and we are going to put up the second question. So if we're ready, and I've got a bedtime to do at some point over these next 45 minutes. So we shall start in 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Happy writing, everyone.
I have to go handle more potatoes. Be back.
Okay, and that is the end of the second sprint. Which layout do I need? And my headphones would also be super helpful if I want to listen to what anybody is saying. How did everybody do for that second sprint? I know what I'm doing, it's fine.
I I I've been writing 2,000 words for this weekend uh, till now. So
That's great.
I think it's going to be like a 4K outline, maybe. But yeah, happy.
Good, good. Are you finding it easy to do that outline, or is anything causing you trouble?
Oh, everything is causing me trouble. Everything is causing me trouble. But no, so I have the like the four main characters, like and now I'm looking at the backstories of a few of them. So everything it makes sense, like why is this, demon here, and why is this angel here, and why they,
Yeah.
um, and it's fun because my background is in journalism. So for me, facts are really important. You know that you cannot be 100% objective with something, but facts are important. So
Yeah.
I like to look for information about the things and the people that already exist and the history and everything. But angels and demons, although there's books about them, all books are not real. So if I want to know about Lilith and Samael and the fallen angels, I have like 100 different sources. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's it's fun, but it's fun. It's fun to try not to be so um, fixed on the true facts because they're not true facts.
Yeah.
It's weird.
JK, what did you get done?
I think I was able to do some brainstorming for the chapter. I'm hoping that this last sprint I'll be able to actually do some revisions.
Yeah. How do you, this is going to sound like a really weird question. How do you do your brainstorming? Are
I
you more
usually. Oh, sorry,
free
continue.
writing? Do you like do free writing or talking out loud, research, and that leads to the brainstorming?
Try to do like a mixture of research, looking on Pinterest, and then also doing some free writing. That usually helps.
I used to love looking on Pinterest. There's a lot of AI images though now. I can never know which one's
Yeah.
actually created or a photograph compared to something AI generated. And I'm always really worried, like, is it? Is it not? I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
know. Very good for what's the word I want? Inspiration. There we go.
Yes.
Annika, what did you get done that sprint?
I translated hold on, 2,267 words, and
Ooh,
I
congrats.
wrote I wrote little over 160 words. So I've almost reached my goals for today, and I still have 1 hour left to reach them. So I just need to write 500 more words and then translate like 600 more words. So I'm on track to achieve my weekend goals.
Yes, I love to hear it. I don't have goals. I have, this is something I want to try and get done. And if I get some of it done, that's fantastic. Make myself feel bad otherwise. Right, everybody, do you guys remember the first story you ever wrote?
I don't
How
know if the
far do you
first
have to think
one,
back?
yeah, I don't know if was the first one that I wrote. It's the first one that I remember. I was like 16, maybe 17, and it was like a micro story. I don't know. It's less than 100 words. We actually have like a contest in Santiago in Chile. It's called Santiago in 100 words. So you wrote like 100, and this one was about the wait. I look at the Red Riding Hood. What is it? The little girl with the red hood thing. Red. I wrote it here in some place. I don't know. It was about her. It's like maybe 50 words. That's I think the first one that I can remember.
Yeah. Oh, but 16 years old. I was about 15, 16, I think, when I first started writing.
Yeah, it was like Little Red Riding Hood. That's 4 words for 2 words in Spanish. So it's hard to say. Little Red Riding Hood. Um, but yes, was like a little like dialogue between the wolf and her. It was kind of funny or ironic. I don't know. I don't. Yeah,
I love
I
that.
had like in a workshop, and we made like um, a little magazine, and we published a few of our work there. It was
Yeah.
fun.
What about you, JK? Do you remember the first story you ever wrote?
I think the first story I ever wrote was either poetry or a short story. The short story was like a Robin Hood retelling.
Like the original Robin Hood retelling or like the Disney version Robin Hood retelling?
Oh, probably an original one.
Yeah. I don't
I
think I've ever
actually need
read
to
the
go
original
back and
Robin Hood.
finish that one.
Oh, do you still have access to it?
Yes. I think I still have the first draft on Wattpad. I'm not sure. But I usually keep like original copies of all the stories that I've written so far.
Oh, I love that. I have the first draft of the first like full length book I ever wrote, and I finished it when I was 21 years old. I have it somewhere under my desk probably, and I think I did a video a few years ago of me like editing the first few pages, but I still have that. And there's quite a few stories which were lost on hard drives, unfortunately, before the cloud and everything became a thing. But I love going back and cringing at how terrible I used to write when I was younger, slash first starting out writing. That's the way to see how much you've improved.
Yes, and to see also how far you've come and how your writing now differs from how it was back then.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Are the
see a
potatoes
cartoon.
ready, Sam?
Cat's
Oh,
got,
you're mute.
Sam's got my dinner for tomorrow.
You're muted, Sam. We don't hear you. We just see a
Yeah,
table.
country bowls. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water though, because the popcorn chicken we bought for the country bowls has this black pepper on it. I don't know where they got their pepper, but that pepper bites.
But it's strong.
It's good, but
Oh,
it bites. So,
about boiled potatoes, I have my teacher of Pride and Prejudice.
oh, nice.
Sorry, the
Uh,
American version.
as far as the first story, the first the first story I ever remember writing. My school system growing up did this thing where they would give us these blank books, and we would title them and write them. And I wrote a story about all of the pets at my house, and it very quickly became fantastical as I started writing about my penguin and my unicorn. That was the first story I can remember writing. The first story when I was older was oh my gosh, I don't even remember. There have been so many. Oh no, I'm going with penguin unicorn pets.
Penguin, that is a good go-to.
Looks like Artemis is very interested in your bowl of food.
But she always is. She loves
we've
chicken.
got that. Yes.
But she's not getting any, so. A country bowl is essentially it's based with mashed potato, and then you top it with whatever you want. So like mashed potato and chicken with corn and honey or barbecue sauce. Sometimes we add coleslaw in there too if we have a good coleslaw. So it's really like it's what most people would put on their dinner plate, and I just layer it all in a bowl and then we eat it. And like my daughter, she has regular corn kernels, but I like cream of corn, so I put cream. Yeah, kind of like a KFC bowl.
Yes. See, we, as a tall tale's class of time, about a kiddo called Willow Ironguard who defeats bandits. I absolutely love that
That
name.
sounds fun. I think Morgan had a comment as well before the one that just popped up.
Morgan's was Amy's worst birthday, which they wrote Andrew illustrations for.
Yeah, mine also had illustrations.
Author C. Michael, lots of ghost stories as a kid because I like to scare my friends. That is the reason to write ghost stories.
I have three first stories.
Yeah.
The actual first one that I wrote, my mom wrote it for me because I was small enough, I didn't know how to write yet. It was, I don't remember what it was about, but the main character was a snowman who learned to walk.
Oh.
And I illustrated it. I was like under 5 years old. And then
that sounds so cute.
The first long form story I wrote was in school in 7th grade. So I was 12 or 13. And it was titled Help, I'm a Mermaid. It was about, I don't remember the plot, but it was about a girl who turned into a mermaid. And it was like 10 pages long, written by hand. And the first one I wrote outside of school, I was maybe 15 when I wrote it. And it's still a work in progress, because it's a story my heart wants to tell, but I don't yet have the ability to tell it.
Hate when that happens. Mm-hmm.
I think I need to outline it to be able to tell it, but the story just grows and grows and grows, and it's never ending.
Yes.
Never ending story. Hated that movie.
That's going to be in my head now for the rest of the evening. Thank you, Sam.
I'm not sorry. Also, as for your first finished story being a shameless Nancy Drew ripoff, I mean, that's fair. We learned somewhere, and that's a good way to learn the story beat, because Nancy Drew's a good series. So.
I think the first story that I ever finished writing, it started off very similar to how the Neverending Story started, which was a boy in our world somehow gets transported to a magical world.
Portal Fantasies, Isekai.
The first story I actually finished outside of school was when I was like maybe 16 or 17. So just a couple of years ago. and it was about this girl who got into an accident and got paralyzed. And I used it to clear my own feelings about becoming a wheelchair user.
But that is a good way that some people will process, though, instead of thinking of like writing their thoughts, their feelings down, to sort of get it off their chest or try and make sense of what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like I'm making it part of someone else's life, so I can look it from further away.
Yeah, from like an outsider's look into
Yeah,
it.
and it's in my own control what happens to them. Because my life is not in my control.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. Child, it's almost bedtime.
I forgot that I had added some of the chives, with the leaves for the spring onion that my daughter had cut up in my potato. And I was
You
like,
just get hit with a lot of spring onion.
well, I like looked in my bowl and I was like, there's green in here. It's not one of the colors I usually eat with this meal. And then I was like, oh yeah. My oldest also added them to his bowl. He was so excited because he loves chives. Like, he likes to add them to his ramen. He likes to add them to everything. And when I showed him that he could just like pluck one from the yard and eat it, he was like, yes. And I was like, this is my chive. Yep, that one's me.
Personal supply. So Eva's earliest story was a boy who jumped into a trash can, landed in another world with a talking cat friend, which I absolutely love.
It sounds.
And now I've got a child staring at me. All right.
The premise sounds similar to a children's cartoon I used to watch as a child, where a boy jumped into a bucket and went to a dinosaur world.
Why does that sound so familiar?
It's like Harry or Henry or something and the dinosaurs or something like that.
I feel like I might have watched that when I was younger, but I completely forgot until you just mentioned it. I'm going to have to look that up after this stream now. Damn. Lisa relates to that, what you were talking about, Annika. So many stories I want to tell and don't feel qualified to do well.
I googled the show and it's called, in English it's called Harry and His Bucket Full of Dinosaurs.
Yes!
It's Canadian and British cartoon.
Yeah, I've watched that before.
Based on Ian Wybrowing and Adrian Reynolds' children's books.
Oh, another book adaptation. There you go. And Lisa, a lot of my childhood I wrote stories to communicate my feelings, so I get that too.
Yeah, I didn't do that as a child, I do it now.
You're stealing the cat idea.
Oh yeah.
You're stealing it. You're stealing the cat idea. You're stealing the talking cat idea for your own story. Is this for Kitten Moon, which you're writing now? It is. Okay. My daughter writes books.
Encourage it.
I
Mine
do.
create characters. For what? I still know not. But she and I were talking about research, and she's like, oh yeah, I've been researching Egypt a lot. And I was like, oh, have you? For what? And she's like, for characters. And I'm like, what characters?
This is news to me.
Hold on. I'll be back.
Right, it is almost 9:15. I have another bedtime to do. So we are going to move into our final sprint. I still know what I'm doing. It's that one. Yes, it is fantastic. And I'll put up the last question for. Let me get rid of that. Put up the last question, which we'll talk about a little bit after the sprint is done, which is, Is there a genre you will never write?
I was so focused on my food. I left my phone in the other room.
We want the phone.
Also, speaking
Right,
of
we'll
having
go into-
deodorants everywhere.
Did you discover one?
Yeah, this is my deodorant for in here.
Stockpiling. Hidden around the house like some people do, the little 100 tiny little ducks. Oh, actually, no. Let me. Nope. That is correct. No, we're not doing a 90-minute sprint. So if we're ready, we will go into the last sprint of the stream, 20 minutes. And if everyone's ready, 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Happy writing, everyone.
Have fun. Okie dokie, and that was the last sprint of the stream. How did everybody do? What did everybody get done?
I did like 2 lines of text, and yeah, I just procrastinate because I'm tired, and I
Yeah.
was looking at when I have the other stream, and I have to say that I have a break stream after this one, right?
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
break stream number 2 after this with CB.
Awesome, because I'm on stream number 8, and I thought it was back to back, so I'm relieved that I have an hour.
Get a little
Break.
bit of time to chill.
Yeah, yeah, I need to chill.
I rounded off my outline for my first short story. Well, I don't know how long it's going to be yet, but for the first part of the kids project I'm doing, and I also updated my reading list because I finished a book last night, and so I went and updated all those charts, and then I went to critique, and I found out that the free program I use as an alternative to Word won't let me edit anymore unless I pay for it. And I'm like, I'm not paying for you. I'm like, I downloaded you as a free alternative to Word. Why would I?
It's free for a little bit, and then sneakily.
It's been free for several years. Like I've been using it for a while, so this is.
Well, they're definitely being sneaky about it then.
Yeah, it must have happened like recently because I was using it to critique this exact story, these exact documents in November.
I hate when that happens, especially if they don't announce anything. All of a sudden it's like, oh, and by the way.
To be fair, they might have announced that they've been announcing because they're like, oh, if you get premium, you get this, you get that. And I'm just like, no, and I don't read it. Didn't think it'd be like, oh, well, if you just stay on the free, it's read only for certain things. And then like I was like, well, let me just save it as a different format and see if that helps. And it's like, if you want to save it as a different format, you need premium. And I'm like, the fuck?
Oh, I hate that so much. JK, what did you get done?
I think I read some articles on writing just to like get in the headspace of like what I need to finish for this chapter.
Ooh.
Did you read any interesting ones?
The most one that I read was, let me see which one. From idea to page, the journey of a romance novel on writershelpingwriters.net.
Love helping writers. Got some good stuff on there. Annika, what did you get done? Any more translating or some more writing?
Yeah, more translating. I have now reached the halfway point of all my goals for the weekend. I translated like maybe 600-ish more words, and then I checked on my goals. So currently I have written I have translated 5,000 words, written 2,000 words. Yeah, 2,000 words. And filmed half of the vlog, and there was a fourth goal, but I forgot what the one was. And I'm just now realizing if I've written 2,000 words from 5,000, it means I'm not yet at the halfway point. So that celebration is still coming.
A little bit.
You'll get there.
Somewhere between a third and half.
Yeah. It's still good progress.
Progress is progress.
Progress is progress.
Yes.
I moved away from drafting the Lead the Hunt because now I'm at the point where like I haven't outlined it properly. and I'm not bothered to deal with that right now. So I have been re-outlining, sorting out, does my restructuring of the plot make sense with Of Stars and Smoke and Other Intangible Things? And I think it does. I'll double check tomorrow though, because give it a little bit of a space before I go back to it and go, yeah, actually that does work.
While CB's cat was a menace, mine decided to curl up in the blanket. So she's in a nest.
She looks so
Family.
cute.
When I lift the blanket, she looks at me like, "What are you doing?" Because I was trying to see over it, and so just on reflex, I was like, "Oh, I don't need this here," and I uncovered her, and she was like,
Blanket kitty, so cute.
Oh, she looks so cozy.
"Oh, she is. She will." When I stop typing and moving, she will just shove her face in my armpit, and that is where she will lay.
If I have counted correctly, we're over the halfway point of the streams. Like over the little over the halfway point of this whole weekend relay.
Yes, this is stream
Yes.
7.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
stream 7
is-
and we have 13 streams.
6 streams left to go.
So we're a little over the halfway point.
Yeah, I think
Plenty
break
of
2
time.
is the halfway point, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
plenty of time to get some more work done.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have a genre that you will never write? Zara's is never say never, but they highly doubt they'll ever write a Western.
Yeah, I second never say never, but I highly doubt that I'm not likely to write any biographies or like the tellings of someone famous people's real life. I don't know if it's a biography or autography.
Biography, because autobiography would be you writing about your own life.
Okay.
Biography would be writing about someone else's.
Okay.
I say that with
I'm not
confidence.
likely to do a biography.
Oh, good. The confidence was needed then.
I'm
You
with
genuinely
Martin's
sounded
cat.
confident, so-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, Sarah, you genuinely sounded confident, which is why I didn't type up sooner.
Fake confidence. Well, I've been doing this long enough. I know what I'm talking about, probably.
What were you going to say,
Eventually. That I'm with Martin's cat. I probably am not a romance girly either. I mean, but again, never say never. I think that I want to try to write something romantic, but I don't have faith in my abilities to do that. I cringe too much with romantic things. Like it's go, oh no, please.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah,
I
romance
Yeah.
is something I will likely not write in this life stage, because I don't have any experience from romantic relationships, so I don't know what's that like. So, but maybe when I get into a romantic relationship and know what it's like to fall in love with someone, I might write a romance novel.
I'm doomed. I'm in a 20 years old relationship, and I still can't think in writing a romance. Like in a loving relationship, but
There's a
yeah,
big
no.
difference, I think, with what people would think as like realistic romance and
No,
book
no,
romance.
don't go down there. No. I'm the romance girly in chat, and I'm gonna stop that right there. It's not about realism; it's about believability and escapism. It has to be an escapism that you find believable.
Yeah, but writing it from a point of view is like I have experience, but it's not what I would. I wouldn't say it's as like the same as what the the book romance version of realism and escapism would be. That's why it would be
that's
difficult
the
for
thing.
me to write that.
You don't have to have been in a romantic relationship or have a lot of experience with romantic relationships to write a romance, right? You just have to understand human dynamics. And in all honesty, a lot of people like to, you got me on my romance soapbox, but in all honesty, a lot of people, because the romance genre has primarily targeted women, right? And it's been a thing for women. And like a lot of people like to talk down about it or like put it as a low thing. I've had so many different discussions. I had somebody who was like, "Well, they're like, I could never write romance, or I'd never want to write romance because I want to write things about emotional depth and I want to write like about grief and this and this and that." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, how many romances have you read? Are you aware that like at least 25%
That
of
includes
romances
romance.
are
Yeah,
about
100%.
processing these very heavy emotions, but it's like processing these heavy emotions in a safe and comfortable space, and like finding that other person who's going to help you get through life and who's going to get through life with you. It's not just about fucking. Like that's erotica. That's a different so it's like that's where one of those things is. It's like if you don't want to write romance because you just have no interest in writing romance, that's one thing. But like it's like you don't there's no like your real world relationship experience is not necessarily going to translate on page, just like a lack of real world experience isn't going to translate on page. Now there are sometimes when I read somebody and I'll be like, oh, either they've been married for 8,000 years or they just understand those kind of relationships, because they'll have their characters do this the minutia. They're not just cuddling in bed. They're cuddling in bed and they're like tracing shapes, right? They're like laying in and one of them taps the other one with their foot just to feel them for a moment. No acknowledgement, no nothing. They're just existing together, just little light touches and stuff. There's a comfort there. And but it's like those aren't requirements. Those are just like little tasty topics. Right?
Yeah,
you don't like that won't make or break the reading. So I don't think equating real world relationship to the ability to write romance is fair on either end, because I don't want people in chat to be like, well, I've never had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or anything, so maybe I can't write it. And it's like, no, write it if you desire. As for genre I will never write, it does not exist. I will try anything.
The thing is that I have no idea how those kinds of relationships even work, or how the brain handles those kind of feelings. So that's the reason I don't feel like writing romance is for me at this stage of my life. Because I don't understand human behavior at that level.
Yeah, at the very least, you'd have to do a lot of research.
Yeah.
And like, in case y'all are like, oh, but is Sam a romance girly? I have a mystery drawer right here. And I'm like, which romance do I want to read? And I can just pick up right.
And I must confess,
I got
I've
these
never
from my
read...
grandmother. And I'm like, when I'm in the mood to read a romance, I'll just grab one of these. So
Sam's got a romance drawer like I've got a snack drawer.
I've never read a romance book or even a book with a bigger side plot of a romantic type. So I've never read anything like that even.
And I'm terrible.
Oh, it's my bread and butter. I fucking romance. Romance and horror is what I was trying to say. Horror and romance are my bread and butter. And one would be like, oh man, those two genres don't sit. No, they're like almost. There is a very fine, fuzzy line between romance and horror.
And I'm the type of person, I despise romance. Absolutely. Sorry, Sam. To the point where if I'm looking for like a book to read, if there's anything even hinting at like the romance aspect of the plot is going to be just as important as the rest of the plot, like in a fantasy, I'll be like, no, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, and that's totally valid. Trust. I will never try to push romance as a genre on people.
See, we love some romance.
That is what I said, not what I meant, but it's what I said.
JK, do you have a genre you will never write?
Ooh, good question. Probably horror.
Yeah. Not a fan, or you don't feel like you could write it easily?
Not a fan of horror.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
horror genre. A lot of people are like, they think if it's not scary, it's not a horror. And I'm like, that's not what horror is
No.
about. Horror is about making you uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
about an uncanny valley feeling. That's why horror comedies are still a thing, but they're usually extremely gory and grotesque because it's trying to make you laugh, but also.
Yeah.
So there are several genres that it's like, this is a very much, one should not try to convince people of it if they're like, that's not my jam, just be okay with it.
Just be okay with it. You write what you like, you write what you're good at, you write what you're comfortable with doing.
I think that also to write horror and comedy is really, really hard. I think it's harder than other genres because they're really specific. They're really like, yeah.
Humor is so subjective.
Yeah. Like writing in general is very subjective, but comedy even more so, because I feel like comedy is so much more like a mainstream genre than a lot of the other genres, especially taking into account media. TV always airs more towards comedies because that's what people enjoy. So much so that you want to try and put comedy in everything, more or less everything that you do, for that sort of extra enjoyable experience.
I would say that like comedy is one of the most subjective genres because everyone's humor is so like cultural, and it's so like
Yes.
things like you watch the British Office, watch the American Office. The humor
Very
is
different.
like, very different. So that's one of those things where it's like it would be tough.
Yeah, but then you've got the cultural aspect, but then everyone's personal opinions on comedy, even within the cultures, is also so vastly different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like
my partner is really good at laughing at movies, and it's like, for me, it's like, that's not funny, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I generally go, so this is dumb. This is dumb or it's cruel. Like, I think that I said that the two extremes are funny is dumb or cruel.
Yeah,
And my gap is like
I don't
little.
like funny cruel either, but my husband will laugh at funny cruel all day long. And like one of my critique partners to the group chat sent a little scene and was like, "Hey, is this funny?" My husband responds, he's like, "Yeah, I guess it's a little silly." I read it, and as I was reading it, I kept laughing. I was like, I laughed like this got 3 laughs out of me. So
yeah, it's really subjective and really delicate. Like, for example, Monty Python. Like, I heard people laughing out loud with Monty Python. I don't like, no, I no. But there's a group of it's a comedy and musicians group, uh, and they're so funny playing like a cello and telling stories while playing the cello. They're hilarious. But Monty Python, no, I cannot deal with it. It's like, no, this is stupid. I don't like it.
I could never succeed in the comedy field. Too many people would find me cringe, and I just would not care, and that's not good.
I find myself funny. Like, other people probably won't find me funny. I will not try.
People sometimes find me funny when I'm kind of not mad but serious. Like sometimes if I'm talking
Yeah.
something, usually it's because I'm a little bit how do you say this ironic, and people laugh because they understand that I'm being ironic with some things,
Yeah.
and that make them laugh. It's like, really, that was a, but no, I couldn't be
I
funny.
might be able to do horror comedy. I have great sardonic humor. I think I could do that.
Try and put a little bit of comedy in my stories, just like the comedic one-liners that people do.
Well,
I hope that's enough.
comedy as the genre versus just putting humorous moments in your projects is a little different. Comedy, the comedy genre tends to largely focus on social commentary
Yeah.
or economical or like socio-political comment. Socio-political commentary and a bunch of things. Comedy is one of the most deep thinky genres because like part of the goal of comedy is to make a serious or hard topic easier to understand and and do it in an entertaining way, which is why like
Hence
when
comedians.
comedy is not doing that, it's usually combined with something else.
Yeah. Right, it is 5 to 10, so it is almost time for your mandatory break number 2. So we are going to call the end of the stream here. I do apologise. There is echo. I don't know who is echoing. I think the only person who is speaking who is not echoing is Anika. And everyone else has had like a little echo in the background. So I don't know where that's come from. I do apologise. But it just means you just get to hear what we're saying more than once. So we're assisting the people who are getting distracted.
It's so important that you need to hear it twice so you can,
There we
you
go.
know.
All of our words were that important. We like that. Right. So, and I also have a third bedtime to do now as well. So, does everybody want to do a quick outro before we head off for our break?
I
Yeah,
can say
sounds good.
bye, see you in an hour.
I will see
That's
you
my
in
outro.
4 minutes. You know what, Zara? At least you have the oh my god, you roll with it like a duck, which is a good thing. I had a better way to say that and it left me. So just assume I had a nice way to put it.
We know what you need.
Okay.
Right, so everybody, my wonderful co-hosts, thank you so much for joining me today. Everybody is linked down below in the description box, as well as all of the Storytellers Hearth links for the Discord, the social media, and the playlist. We are going to head off and we're going to join CB next on their break stream. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. We'll see you in the chat and have a fun rest of the day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.